Humanity has successfully mapped the surface of Mars in high resolution and sent probes to the absolute floor of the Mariana Trench. Yet, roughly 60% of the Amazon rainforest remains a total mystery, a terrestrial black box. In 1925, British explorer Percy Fawcett became obsessed with this void. He spent years cross-referencing ancient manuscripts, convinced that a highly advanced civilization, which he dubbed the Lost City of Z, was hidden beneath the canopy. Fawcett eventually walked into the interior, accompanied only by his son and a close friend. 4 days into their trek, all communication ceased. They disappeared entirely, leaving behind no equipment, no clothing, and no remains. The Amazon functions as a biological shredder, scrubbing away the physical evidence of anyone who ventures too deep into its interior. Over the next 5 years, the disappearance triggered a massive rescue effort. More than 100 separate expeditions were launched into the thick brush to find any trace of the Fawcett party. The jungle offered no answers. Instead, it claimed more victims. 11 of those heavily armed rescue missions also vanished entirely, leaving no bodies or gear for later teams to find. This pattern of total erasure points to a specific set of mechanisms within the rainforest, capable of wiping out modern, prepared explorers without a trace. Exploring this region is less a matter of navigation and more a battle against a multi-layered natural defense system. The first layer of defense is sheer geographic scale. The Amazon covers 6 million square kilometers and anchors 20% of the world's trees and freshwater. Guarding these waterways are apex predators like the black caiman, a reptile that can grow to 6 meters and weigh 400 kilograms. Below the surface, the green anaconda thrives. These constrictors can exceed 17 meters in length, using the murky river current to hunt entirely submerged and perfectly silent. The micro-threats are equally lethal. A single poison dart frog carries enough skin toxin to kill 10 adult humans in minutes. There are also biological anomalies like the Ophiocordyceps fungus. It breaches the brains of insects and hijacks their nervous systems, forcing them to climb trees before sprouting spores through their skulls. The biology of the Amazon operates as a hyper-lethal, aggressively territorial fortress that actively repels outsiders. Beyond biology, the geology itself is hostile. In the Peruvian interior, the Shaddai-Timpishka River flows at a constant 90 degrees Celsius, boiling any animal that falls in despite the absence of nearby volcanoes. This geological cross-section illustrates the hidden scale of the forest's water system. 4 kilometers beneath the Amazon River flows the Hamza, a subterranean waterway significantly wider than the river on the surface. There is also a human defense layer. The forest is home to hundreds of indigenous groups, many who have lived in total isolation for millennia. In 2014, a government surveillance helicopter in Brazil was intercepted by one of these tribes. The group, living a Stone Age existence, emerged from the canopy, firing a barrage of arrows to force the aircraft out. The convergence of apex predators, lethal thermal rivers, and the fierce territoriality of tribes creates a natural quarantine zone that keeps the deep interior inaccessible. For decades, scientists assumed Fawcett was wrong. They argued the Amazonian soil was too nutrient-poor and fragile to ever support the kind of dense, organized urban centers he described. That assumption was only challenged when researchers stopped trying to navigate the floor and began scanning the jungle from the sky. They used LiDAR, a technology that fires millions of laser pulses at the ground, digitally stripping away the dense canopy to reveal the topography beneath. The data uncovered a massive hidden infrastructure, straight roads, huge plazas, and advanced irrigation systems dating back to 2500 BC. LiDAR effectively bypassed the jungle's biological armor, allowing researchers to inspect the hidden archaeology of the forest floor as if the trees didn't exist. These geometric geoglyphs and earthworks are clear evidence of an organized ancient society capable of large-scale engineering. Teams are now recovering physical artifacts and pottery from these sites, proving that these were metropolitan hubs rather than primitive camps. Percy Fawcett's theory was right all along. The lost city of Z was a real urban center, buried by time and growth. The Amazon is far from a pristine, untouched wilderness. It is a massive, overgrown tomb guarding the lost chapters of human history.